Hi, welcome to part two. I kind of ran out of space on the first one, so I thought I'd continue this on the second part here. Again, just to bring it up to speed, we're looking at the iPhone 5 and also the Galaxy S3 in a quick comparison and run through the features. I was talking about the displays and also talking about the graphical prowess of the phones as well, kind of giving a nod to the iPhone, and but also saying that obviously the Galaxy S3 is quite a snappy phone, it's quite fast as well. One of the things that I actually noticed when I started using the S3 coming from an iPhone 4S is just how small the iPhone 4S actually feels in comparison to to pretty much any Google phone that you actually use. And if I just bring the phones here, I mean, this is kind of what you're looking at in terms of bam, security. Yeah, in terms of the actual size of the screen, I mean, you really want to be using something a bit bigger. I mean, the iPhone 5 just about kind of covers it now, and you're kind of okay with that. But the 3.5-inch screen now on the iPhone 4S or any other 3GS, 4 or whatever phone you're using, it just seems really small. And it's obviously things have moved on from now. Google is now dominated by screens that are 4 inches plus, and you're not really going to get a Google phone, I think, that's 3.5 inches anymore, unless you're using something that's a lot lower end. So I really do like the display on the Samsung Galaxy S3. I think that it's really big, it's really, the colors are really rich. It's just that Pentel display that really lets it down quite a bit. And I would say that it does come with a lot of features that I think Apple could probably take a kind of look at. I mean, there are some features that I do like quite a lot. One of them is Smart Stay. Smart Stay is like it uses the front-facing camera to detect whenever you're actually using the phone or not. And most of the time it works. I would say sometimes it doesn't. I mean, what basically it does is it looks at your face and sees if you're actually looking at the phone. If you're looking at the phone, it'll keep the display at full brightness and you can continue looking at what you're looking at. If it notices that you've looked away from the phone, then it will actually dim and turn off. I don't believe it's going to do so now because I've actually set it so it stays on for the purpose of this review. But it is a really handy feature, and it stops you having to tap the phone all the time to make sure that it doesn't dim like the iPhone has just done right there. But it's those kind of little things. When you pick up the phone and when you've actually missed a call, you pick up the phone, it vibrates to let you know that you have a notification there, an alert there, something that you've missed, and that's really handy as well. I mean, sometimes I run up to the phone, pick it up, and just walk. I don't really catch that I've actually missed a call or something like that. Both the notification light and a little vibration that you get really do help to kind of alert you that you've missed something. And at the end of the day, I mean, this is a phone. It's going to let you know that you've actually missed communication from someone. So it does well in that respect, and I think Apple can kind of learn things from that. There's also a few small tweaks that Samsung have made to the interface. So you kind of have the launcher here for the apps, and it's kind of not exactly stock Android here, but it's pretty close in terms of the widgets that you can use and also the apps that you can have on there as well. A little bit of slow down there, yeah. But overall it's it's a really good phone, and I think that the sound quality is quite good out of it. The battery life is quite decent for the display that it is, and the pictures that it takes are quite sharp as well. It's just the fact that I think the iPhone is just simply a little bit better for pointing and shooting. If you just want to take a picture of something really quickly, you just want to take a quick snap of it, I think the iPhone is pretty much the phone to do that, because you don't have to worry about all these settings, whereas the Samsung, you've got a lot more to fiddle with, but again it takes a little bit longer to take that snap and that shot. Both allow video recording as well as taking pictures at the same time. Obviously Apple's kind of late to show on that one, but Apple's implementation is pretty good as well, and they're both pretty fast when it takes to snapping pictures. Actually, I do think that in terms of the camera power, I'll probably put these two at an equal. They're both kind of the same. I mean, I didn't get any lag when I was taking lots of shots of these pictures at Spa with the phone. I don't think I'll get the same thing with iPhone as well. It's pretty good in terms of its power taking pictures. So that's something that I think they both kind of match each other on. In terms of overall interface, I mean, iPhone has pretty much been standard for all of these years. You've always had these grids of icons or applications since literally the iPhone, the first one. Android's been making lots of leaps and bounds since they launched their phone. And I do feel that there's a lot of features on here that you don't get on the iPhone. There's a hell of a lot of features. I like the fact that you can upload a new keyboard. So I've replaced the standard keyboard on the phone to Swift key on this one, but then I kind of taken it off because I'm gonna get rid of the phone soon. But I've also sideloaded a lot of applications from BitTorrent. Of course, you can have BitTorrent on here as well, which is pretty damn good. You know, download certain things that you wouldn't normally download, but are, you know, nonetheless very good in terms of games and everything else. And also in terms of the notification lights, I mean, you can again change those for whatever application you're using, which is pretty good. And it's just these small little things that, you know, it just allows you to customize the look and the feel of the phone to however you want to use it. So it's not that you are conforming to however Apple wants you to do it. You're just literally using what you want to use. I mean, I've got these widgets on the phone as well. So I've got the music player, assistive light, you know, my alarm clock, which has changed from now to then. Got a little calendar widget with the weather underneath that as well, and the kind of standard default screen here, the clock and a few icons and the search as well. I think one thing I wanted to do with these phones real quick whilst I am here is to, let's see if I can put on Wi-Fi real quick. That's another thing as well. I think the notification tray on the iPhone could definitely do some of this stuff here. I mean, you've got access to quick things that you want to toggle between Wi-Fi, GPS, you know, maybe the syncing mobile data on the iPhone. You've got the weather, which and stocks, if you're so inclined, you know, Facebook and Twitter, but you can't really add more to that, and you're pretty much limited to those few options. Whereas here you can, you know, you pretty much got everything you need, and you don't have to go digging into menus to get to changing your Wi-Fi, which can be quite annoying sometimes. But what I'm going to do here, and the browsers are pretty good as well. And as I said, I think the only thing that's kind of matching the iPhone at the moment is probably the S3, so we might as well try that out and see. Oh, look at that notification. And see if that is the case. So I'm going to try to load up this Nokia page on both the devices, and hopefully we're going to get a quick view of which one is actually doing the better, because I really do believe that these browsers are really quick. Let's see if we can get there. Again, this is on 3G, so let's just switch that to Wi-Fi real quick. Bam. Right, so we're almost there. Almost there. I mean, again, you're just looking at the screen real estate here, and it's really nice and large. I mean, you can see a lot more content than you would normally see on a phone. But, you know, I think that the form size that Apple's gone for on these phones is pretty good. 4 inches, you can use the phone in one hand, whereas the Samsung, it is really big. And as I said, I've got decently sized hands, but I have to kind of, to get to this, it looks like I'm getting here quite easily, but I can't get down there. That's hard. And up here it's not too bad, but I have to kind of reposition the phone, and it just makes it more likely that it's probably going to fall out of my hand at some point, especially given the fact that it's got a glossy kind of plasticky back and not something that's got a more kind of rugged feel to it. This iPhone doesn't seem to want to load up my page, which is quite annoying. Let's see if I can just get Nokia up there. I might have to pause this for a second. Nope, can't pause. Okay. Ooh. Bam, 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 bam. Right, cool. We're in business. So right, I'm going to do this right now, and let's just see which one is going to do the better. It looks like the iPhone's pulling something through here, but hopefully that shouldn't make too much of a difference. 1, 2, 3. Oh, iPhone is getting there, isn't it? Oh, the both kind of hanging at the very last hurdle here. It looks like the Galaxy S3 has actually won it. The iPhone is pulling something through, so maybe this is not exactly representative. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it looks like it's pulling something through. It's hanging in the browser, but the S3 has definitely won on this occasion, so it definitely feels like that's weird. I mean, it's definitely slower than the last time I ran it, so I definitely think something is holding it up here. I'm not sure exactly what that could be. Maybe an update. Who knows? But let's try another one here. We can definitely try to go into products on the phone. This is not working out too well at all.